So, we're talking with Alan Goodall, who lives in Arambol, Goa. And he's recently became interested in learning about Reiki and experimenting with Reiki because of some health challenges. So this is the before video, so we're going to see how he goes in a year's time because he's quite keen. So firstly, I want to ask you, Alan, what's been your health journey, kind of from the beginning, even back as far as like London and coming to Arambol?
Well, I got very sick in London. I was working too much. I was a 50% partner in a small company. We had a factory and showroom doing home improvements, lots of pressure. And I just got hit with this, don't know what, like a virus or whatever. I couldn't even tie my shoelaces, couldn't drive, and I got iller and iller and thought I was going to die, you know. So done my will, sorted everything out with my child, and was advised to come to India. I ended up in Anjuna first, which was too music, druggy, and that for me, you know. So I came down to Arambol, and I found a place in Arambol that I loved, overlooking the beach, everything, you know. The life is really good here for me.
You came here to wait for God. I remember us joking
yeah.
about that. So,
Yeah.
What was your mental state when you arrived here? Like,
Messed up. Yeah, just finished. You know, I'd resigned myself that I was ill, you know. COPD. You know,
what's that lung problem?
Yeah. It's a chronic lung disease. Doesn't get any better. And at the time I was smoking cigarettes, smoking hashish, drinking, you know what I mean? And had been
A long time.
a long time, you know. And then it just came like first year, I went back, unbelievable the difference in my health. And then the next year I felt even better and meeting lots of nice people and that. And I thought, this is the place for me.
And swimming and sun and good food.
Making sure I went every morning, because I live on the beach now. My guest house that I stay, I walk straight onto the beach, out the guest house. Straight down, I have a walk along the beach, come back, a little dip in the sea. And that's me for the day then, you know. That's my job done. My exercise is done, and then I've got from midday, it usually takes me to about midday, and then I've got the rest of the day to be as busy as I like or as unbusy as I like.
So what was the, so your health was getting better here in Goa,
Yes.
but then you had a little incident happen up in the Punjab. So tell us a little bit what happened.
I was up the Punjab. And I was up for a wedding with lots of people from London and that. And what you got to understand is, up the Punjab, I was with the elders, and each house we went to, a bottle of whiskey come out. No women, a bottle of whiskey come out. We'd have to drink the whiskey. But just in one house, no, you go to the next house and for like 10 days, whiskey. And then one day I had a fall. Oh my God. And I damaged myself, but I was so much whiskey in me that I was just you know, I'll be all right, go to bed. And the next day I couldn't get up, I couldn't move, it was all...
Yeah, I remember you described like you'd fallen into
Well, it was like a hole.
So construction hole or something.
Yeah, and anyhow, I did try up there, a couple of hospitals, a specialist bone hospital as well, but they were just so abrupt and everyone's saying go to Delhi, go to Bombay, wherever, you know, and I was suffering badly because it was all displaced, you know. And then a guy had told me about the Galaxy Hospital in Goa, and although I was in real bad pain, I thought, I'm going to limp down to Goa. My friend from London was trying to encourage me, go from the Punjab,
Don't tap the table.
go to the Punjab,
Yeah.
and then Delhi, and back to the UK. And I thought, well, I'm not going back to the UK. You know, so
You're not going to let this ruin your
yeah. So I
plans.
came down, had the treatment at Galaxy, came back to my guest house, and for convalescence, just laid on the balcony there. I had some very good friends here that I've met over my periods staying here. And they supported me on the balcony, making sure I had everything, making sure, you know, my area was clean all the time, and that, you know what I mean? They were phenomenal. And then everything seemed to be mending up, and then, my God, my back went. I don't know how it went at first, but and then it calmed down, and I went and had massages and things like that, hot oil baths, everything that you can imagine to get rid of this pain. And then it got worse until I couldn't sleep. You know, it was so bad, and I swear, it made me feel suicidal. I thought, I can't live with this pain, and I don't want to live drugged up, sitting in a corner, you know. So I said, that's it.
And how long did this go on for? This period of pain with,
This
like,
is-
not being able to sleep, not being able to...
Well, the pain
Lie down.
went on for not being able to lie down for months.
Yeah.
But the absolute pain was like about 4 days in a row. No sleep, no nothing. I was falling over, but like if I tried to sit or try to do anything, it was like an electric shock going through me, you know. And a friend of mine has a restaurant. You know, it's called Ether and Echo,
Which we're sitting in now.
which we're sitting in now. And his wife is Thai. Now, she seen me suffering, but she kept back from me. And then one day she just came and visited me and said, look, I can't watch you suffer anymore. I'm a masseuse. Come on. She took me back to her place and started working on me with all kinds of magic potions that she had, you know. So, and started relieving it. But she said to me then, she said, too many people have messed with me. And it's so deep and so tied up. She didn't think she was experienced enough to do it. Where other people hadn't cared if they were experienced enough or not, just dived in, get the money and batter him, you know. So she said, like, if for her to do it would take 2 or 3 weeks of. And I said, well, I'm going nowhere. And she said, but I am. I'm off tomorrow to Bangkok. I said, I'm coming with you. So she said, look, so I know the hotel I usually stay in Bangkok. So I said, okay. I couldn't get a flight on air flight. And I paid more money to get a flight as quick as I could. I went the next day. Man, I was suffering. I was suffering badly at the time, you know. Like,
To get on a plane and go all the way to Thailand with what you got, that sounds
But
like a
like-
bloody challenge.
oh, it was more than a challenge. But remember, I didn't have to take no clothes and nothing. I just small bag and just went, you know. I just didn't care about nothing. I'm looked after this end. Babus is the go-for man here, and he looked after me down to the airport, got all my stuff in for me. This same guy carried me about when it was at its worst.
Really?
Carried me from one place to another. He's a big, massive guy, like, you know. And you always think, like, I was jackass naked as well, like, but it didn't matter to him. He was just lifting me around and took me down to this person to look at me and everything. And he was really good to me. And then got to Bangkok, booked in the hotel the Friday, and Nush came straight away. She told me, like, she'd be there, like, she knew what time my flight was in, how long it'd take me to get the hotel. She said, I'm coming to get you. And she took me to this Chinese clinic. And then they looked at me and x-rays and that, and they said, okay, 5 treatments should, sort you out. So she insisted we start the treatment that day, which we did. And he gave me acupuncture with electronics.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it killed me.
Painful.
Didn't sleep that night. I couldn't move in the morning, She came and got me in the morning. I told her and she said, don't worry, we'll sort it out. We went back, she told the man, he checked everything, and then he said, look, I won't be able to do this. He didn't say it like this, he's Chinese. I won't be able to do it,
Yes.
He said it's going to take minimum 10, The money and that didn't come into my head at the time. I didn't even ask him how much, I just, fix me, man, fix me, because I was paining really bad, and anyhow, we went through the session. I still couldn't sit down or I couldn't sleep laying down, I was painkillers. Even getting the treatment, I was whacking loads of, and they give me a load of different stuff. And then bit by bit, over the 10 days and then at the end of it, I wasn't complete, still a little bit, but I thought, hey, I can move, I can walk, that was the result of that.
Yeah.
So I booked to come back to Arambol, and of course, the guest house looked after my room for me, and I have plants, they watered the plants, they were good to me and that, because the plants are my living thing, to have something living with you. My mum taught me this.
And the cat. There was a little cat.
Well, I had a cat moving, but I had to evict the cat. She got pregnant. Nothing to do with me. But I thought, no, I can't have a cat with kittens.
Oh, yeah.
So I wouldn't let her come in. I let her stay on the balcony. And then she disappeared. So I think the people who live next door...
don't. When you're hitting that,
oh, sorry.
The camera's going funny.
Right, so...
But so when you came back to Goa, you weren't completely well, and you're still getting these twinges, but you're a lot better, yeah?
I'd stopped the pain. If I was sitting here now, I didn't have the pain.
Yeah.
But when I stood up,
yeah,
the shock of straightening up. And then once I straightened up and a little move about, then, and I said, right, no more pain. I'm not going to let anyone hurt me again to try and fix my back. And what they told me, the Chinaman, because when they done an X-ray, they didn't just do an X-ray like this.
Yeah.
They put it on a disc and frighten the life out of you, because they blow it up so big on the computer that you've got these great big breaks across your spine.
Yeah.
But when they bring it down, it's less than a hairline.
Yeah, they call it that now.
And it's I've got multi-fracture.
Multiple hairline fractures.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And a few other bits and pieces, but
So basically everything had been kind of knocked out of alignment when your collarbone, and that put your spine out.
Yeah. And I've got what's it when your spine?
Oh, yeah. Curvature.
Yeah, the curvature of the spine, which a bone setter here in India said he could fix that. But now I'm not letting no one mess with me no more.
Yeah.
So I was looking for something, and I couldn't think. And then someone says to me, if you don't want to be hurt, try this Reiki. So I'm a skeptic. I'm from Liverpool. I was a merchant seaman. I've lived that life all my life. I've been working class boy all my life and grafting all my life. And these people who talk about third eyes and energies coming from nowhere and everything, for me, they were on drugs. They were somewhere else, and you're seeing lots of people walking on big beards and godlike, and I've always stayed clear of them people, But then I thought, well, let's have a look. Is there something in it, And I tried to put my skepticism behind me, and I went to see a Reiki guy, and nothing. So, he said he was practiced and everything, he wasn't a master. So I gave him a chance and done a second one, and he was 1,800 rupees.
Actually, sorry, it's better if you sit. No, the way you were sitting before, because when you're touching the table,
Okay,
it's.
so
And that's quite nice, yeah.
Okay. 1,800 rupees, which is, I don't know how much it is, but like, it's not big money, about 20 quid or something. So I went back and done a second go with him, still nothing really.
I thought you did have a bit of result from one of the sessions that made you a little bit more curious.
Well, one session, it did feel as if I'd got benefit from it, but thinking more, was I willing the benefit? I didn't know that, but I thought, well, there's something in it because all these people can't be wrong, they can be wrong, but I thought, So then I found a master and I went down to him for a self-healing program. I wasn't even thinking about that I can help other people, because at the time, my God, I was just wanting to help me, and I done a session with him. I've done 2 sessions actually, level 1 and level 2. Now I shouldn't have done level 2 because now I'm more looking at it and everything. Level 1, I have to get myself familiar with everything and everything, like the hand positions, everything.
So you kind of jumped ahead too soon, but now you've got to go back and really.
Well, I'm going back. I told the guy, the master, I said to him, look, you're going to be taking my money. So like, I understand these programs and that where they say it's 3 months to get the proper result and that. But 3 months later, the person's gone, especially in India. They're passing through, the 3 people on the course were leaving the next day after the course, But I told him, I'm here, I live here, and 21 days later I'm coming back. I'm going to be, you take my money, you've got to look after me.
So we're right now, we're kind of filming this video at the early days of your 21 experiment.
Fourth day.
But yeah, it'd be great to make another film one in 1 year to see, because you already feel you've had a bit of progress. So what's been your experience so far?
So far, now I'm sitting here. I've went in the sea the last couple of days. This was after I come back. I've been back about a month now. And at first I was so fragile going down to the beach and that. Once I started my self-healing Reiki, then something happened. And
You've been taking long walks and...
Yeah, and well, that's it now. And started to go back in the sea, get up in the morning now and do my self-healing exercises. And then,
What about pain level? What's going on with that at the moment? Really?
Yeah.
And you've only been doing, you only
4
did the
days.
Reiki course like a few days ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and the other thing is, and then I'm trying to think to myself, is this just like placebo effect?
Yeah. But even if it is, it's still the mind.
That's what people have been saying,
Yeah, who cares?
But then I'm starting to feel different things, And then a lady, I was told by all the literature and reading on the Reiki, is that meditation can help, And a lady that I met through another friend, she's given me a couple of sessions on meditation, So she's going to give me some notes today because she's going away. And I'm going to incorporate the meditation in with the Reiki. And
what's your...
I don't smoke now. I don't take marijuana now. I still eat. I make a butter, a cannabis butter, and I eat that. So I've got no pressure on my lungs or anywhere, Since starting the Reiki, this is really strange because I've used marijuana since I was 16.
Oh, we didn't actually ask you how old you were. For the
Yeah,
viewers, it would be quite good to know.
I'm cracking on a bit now. Let's say I'm over 40.
All right.
I'm under 80. I'm 72 at the moment.
Yeah. And getting younger every year.
Yeah, and believe me, I'm, like, I mean, now in the last, say, I don't know, 4 or 5 days, I stopped using any marijuana butter for a couple of days, and just sat and thought to myself, well, is it time now to let it go, the drug side of it, and is it time now to pick up this on my life? I mean, everybody says, and everybody I'm talking to, see here, everyone's so mystic, it's so spiritualist, this place. There's so many. If you was walking down the road in London and you see some of them walking towards you, you'd cross the road. There's some right characters here. But once you get talking to them, they're all space cadets, they're all on their own trip, like all the different
Go with the flow
sects.
type people.
Yes,
yeah.
and no, most of them are rigid in what they're doing, whether it's yoga or mind belt, and then there's people with bells for healing, and there's so many Tibetan things, and everything's just a big mixing pot here, massage, and you go around, and promise you, if you come to Arambol and go on the beach, you'll see young girls and boys in such positions that you don't even believe anyone can get themselves in these positions. You know that.
Yeah.
And then there's the jugglers, the fire eaters. There's so much happening here, and I'm here, 72 years old, and everybody I meet is young, vibrant, and that. So I have to be the same. And it's injecting into me now. And this journey now, I'm 200% committed. 200%.
So you found the kind of place where you feel you belong, and you're quite a part of the community now.
Yeah.
But you're kind of lacking like a focus for your, because you've been incredibly productive and creative and useful in your life. So it feels a little bit like you're on, like you said, 200%. You've never done anything.
No, I don't
half-hearted,
do anything
half-assed.
half-assed.
Yeah.
Once the job is begun, leave it not until it's done. Be the matter great or small, do it well or not at all.
Words of wisdom from Al.
Yeah.
So you're taking your Reiki training quite seriously every
Very
day. You're practicing. And what's your vision for the future, do you think? Do you have an idea of
Well,
what
I
you'd like
can't
to do
see
with it?
very far ahead, because now I have to bring myself back and live for the present. Forget the past.
Words of wisdom.
I'm not looking forward, or things will happen because everyone's saying, here, like you said, Al, you've been pushed there. The different things that have happened, even going to Bangkok and not really getting fixed properly, and everything, going to the first practitioner and not being happy with him, going to the next guy. I'm not 100% happy with this master. I've done 1 and 2. I won't do my masters with him. I'll probably do my masters in the UK or the States, or somewhere where I can see a bit
Reputable, really.
reputable. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at people who are in Harley Street, or they've got mansions just outside of London and that. I mean, I'm retired. Well, I have to look after me. I've got a wife. She says I only have a wife when it suits me, but my wife is in the UK. We've been married for 35 years. She's a wonderful lady. She puts up with me. So, and I have a daughter who's working in the States at the minute, and both of them support me fully in what I'm doing. So, now
I think not just support. I think people are kind of thrilled actually, especially because it's something that can help you with your health, and that's the biggest concern that people have, is that you've been so unwell.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the first thing that if
Well,
Reiki works, you're gonna get better and better.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you're
yeah.
the experiment, and this is part of the
No,
reason
no,
why we're
no.
recording too, because
Well,
we're wanting
you
to
said
see.
if Reiki works.
Oh,
No,
of course it works.
Reiki
Yes.
will work for me.
Yeah. See, that's the attitude. Yeah.
For
yeah.
me, 100%.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
nothing's going to take me off the track. I'm going to.
Yeah.
Wait, the last company I set up, I started setting it up in about 2006, and I went like that, and never moved from that track. You know,
Yeah.
didn't spend money, didn't like just
One track mind.
one track mind, and within 2 years, I'd accumulated enough money to buy a factory off someone, well, buy the lease off somebody, you know. And then once I got the lease, then we rolled into a showroom. I took a partner at that point. A partner because too much money was coming in to handle on like the back of cigarette cards and things like that. So somebody had to write it down.
So, are you learning Reiki for the money? Al,
Money,
is
no.
that your motive?
No,
What's your motive?
health and to be able to help others.
Because you said yesterday you just want to see people smile, and
If I can,
especially if you've had so much pain and you see other people.
God, if I can
Yeah.
help, like Laura, I've been talking to a friend of mine, Laura, she's in the UK, her back's playing her up, her legs playing her up, you know, and I thought, oh my God, if I have me training done in that, then I can help her, you know, I can do something for her, you know. And then if I can do it for her, and if she stands up and says, oh, that's my reward. You know, I don't need pound notes. I mean, I'm very, very fortunate that my work life, and I worked hard, has facilitated my retirement, you could say. I feel I won't need any more money till I die.
And actually,
I've got to
that's
die in the next week.
that's quite a good topic for another interview. Is how good a life retirement you can have in a place like this. Like I've seen everybody get younger when they come here,
Yeah.
because you're just more active, lots of fresh food,
people
it's
you meet
relaxing. People have, it's like everybody lives close together, so it's very social.
Well, if say we was in London and we were sat in, well, this morning when I turned up here for a bit of breakfast, I don't usually get on. There was two ladies sitting across the table from us on another table. Now, if we were in London, no communication would have Here, we've looked across. All right, yeah. What you eating? What you doing? Where you from? You know, and then where you from? Blah, 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 and then.
Yeah, that's how you make
these-
friends in Arambol very easily.
Yeah, and bang, you're talking, and then you go out for dinner by yourself. You sat at a table and somebody walked past, and anyone sitting there? No, can I join you?
Well, actually, that's how we met.
That's how we
I
met,
think we were
yeah.
the first people to meet you in Arambol
Yeah.
for 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the amount of people that we know together,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and how it's morphed into even meeting
In other places.
in other countries,
Yeah.
and so, I mean, and it's given me such a I don't do Facebook, I don't do any of the social media purely because I meet so many people, and I couldn't keep up with all of them. I don't want 1 million friends on Facebook,
But you're welcome to come and visit Al in Arambol.
well,
In the face.
that's
in
the
the
best.
flesh. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you come here. This is my go-to place. This is
Oh, Ether and Echo. We'll do a plug for Ether and Echo.
yes, and if you
Beautiful
see
environment
on
here.
Instagram, you'll see me at functions where I've been working with them at functions and my goodbye dinners and things like that. You know, I'm part of the family here. You know, and even though he won't admit it, I think the owner likes me. He does bar me often, and throw me out often, but that's just him, he's just but yeah, I mean, now with this, and I'm going to do myself little updates and I'll send them to
Good
Gillian,
idea.
if I can
Yeah.
do little bits,
So the Reiki journey begins, and this is the
Yes.
kind of the recording of even what's happened in a very short time.
Yes, yes,
And yeah, updates would be great.
yeah, yeah.
So thank you, Mr. Alan Goodall, who can
Okay.
be found in
Well, my vision,
Arambol. Yes.
my last little thing, my
Yeah.
vision, on my balcony.
He's
I've
got a
got-
great sea view.
Great
Very
sea view,
nice
but I've got
balcony.
all the plants
Yeah.
and I've got hangings, so it's Indian-fied, you know, and
So next update recording you can do on your balcony.
I'll do on my balcony, but like I will get a treatment table for up there. Not now, when I get active, and then anybody who's got a pain or anything, hey,
Seattle.
come out and not for. It won't cost you X amount. If you want to make a donation, you can.
Ah.
You know, and the
Do they have
donation-
any? You can do it for free. They don't have a philosophy around. You can only get an exchange, or what do they
What
say?
they say is people don't appreciate for free.
Yeah,
So if people are paying for something, they
Value it.
Value it.
yeah,
You do it for free, and they're kind of flippant about how strict they are, because somebody who's had, and it's been explained to me, an acute pain for like 5 years, it's not going to go away in 2 days. And if they're not paying for it, then are they going to, oh, I feel terrible today, oh, you know, I can't do it today. When you're paying, then you say, I've got to do it, I've got to get through this, you know?
yeah. You take it seriously.
Well, yeah, and I want to be able to help people and put, you know, like put a smile on the face. And any donations, I'll work out. I don't want the money, you know. This isn't a monetary thing, you know. And once now, pretty much, I'm not going to say I'm going to stop taking the butter and be completely.
But you feel that a pull in that direction, which is the
I
first
do,
time in your
yeah,
life,
in my
really.
life, yeah.
Yeah.
Even when I got really ill, I was still using marijuana, and when I couldn't smoke it because my lungs were shut, I was looking for ways to still get stoned, because I said I still want to be stoned, and that's how I got into the butter, and that's been a few years now. But now I'm at that point, and I won't say it just in case my sisters see this, but I think I'm growing up. I've always wondered what I'll be when I grow up, you know, but like I've never managed to grow up, you know, so, and my sisters know that. My sisters, I'm like a prodigal son, you know. I can't do no wrong in their eyes. I've never sent a birthday card or a Christmas card out, and I get them religiously from all 4 of them, you know. I mean, I'm blessed.
Yeah, I think you
And
are.
I've
Al.
been blessed with my wife and my daughter, you know, so, and then the people I've been meeting, I'm just,
Yeah, it's a whole new life, and I've been
yeah.
lucky enough to kind of see it from when you arrived, and you know,
yeah.
and now to see you thriving with this is a really like a nice.
But I
Nice to
said
see.
to my
Everybody's
daughter,
everybody's so happy to see you well too. You know,
well, this is what
you're the biggest
surprised me.
advertisement of all.
Yeah.
Just walking around, you know.
Like people I know, but I don't know. Like over the years, you see them higher, and you don't converse with them. When people see me and say, "Wow," you know,
You're still alive.
exactly, exactly. That's what people have said to me. Oh my God, we didn't think you'd make it after we see you so ill. And I was ill, man. I was ill, you know.
Yeah.
And now, oh my God, you know, I feel fantastic, you know. So it's, better not let my wife see this, or she'll have me a job, you know. Find a job for old people.
Thank you, Al. That was really great. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.